morning, everybody. Hello. What a fine morning it is. A pretty morning, if I don't say so myself. A pretty morning indeed. What a do? Good morning. Feeding the critters. Aw, well, good. Good. Feed those critters. I'm just waking up. I fed my critter. Fed my little Doge, and he wanted to go back to bed with Mom, so he went back to bed. I got nobody. Nobody with me. Feeding the critters. So perfect time for some company. Good. Good eye, mate. Good morning. It's an early morning today. I'm usually not here this early, but I'm up early today for whatever reason. Typically, I'd be asleep, till maybe like 9 or something. Not my typical wake up time, but shit happens. I think I need some ginger. Oh. That's it, goddamn. Ginger. Gotta have that morning ginger, I guess. Or else. Or else I'm gonna get sick. What's up? What the fuck am I looking at? A god among men. A god among mortals. A man among boys. A chief among Indians. Good morning, Paul. Have you ever had psychedelics lead to a transformative experience? Transformative? I would like to think that psychedelics and the perspective that I've gleaned from them has been transformative overall. Yeah, I mean, I have experienced ego death a couple of times in my life, 3, 4 times. Once you've experienced it, whether you want it or not becomes the question, right? Ego death is I don't know how to put it. Ego death is ego death, man. It's a disassociative experience. Why are you crying? You think everybody, like, wiping their eyeballs is crying? I'm okay, lady. I'm okay. Jelly Roll, is that you? Bitch, if I was Jelly Roll, do you think I'd be here talking to yo ass? Yo broke ass? I'm broke just like you. Yeah. How are you, man? Chilling, man. You know how it is. In the cut. That's what we used to say back in the day. Y'all don't say that shit no more. Jelly Belly getting zesty. I'm a little bit zesty. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna front. I mean, I really can't. I'm a tad zest. I got some zest. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody grabbed some zest and was like, pew, pew. Excited for the episode tonight. It will be epic. Yeah, it'll be fun. Are you from the hood or the suburbs? The burbs, I guess. Like, I grew up in a little farm town, not really a suburb. So I guess I'm like a redneck. You ever knock someone out cold? No, no. I've seen people get dropped. Ooh boy, I have seen people go baba, but I've never sent someone baba. Foothills, my man. I was born and raised in the Central Valley of California. So if you know the big, well, it's a big town, but it's a shitty town, Fresno. I was born near there. Born in a very small town about 30 miles north of there. 40 miles ish. John Goodman smoking weed? Dude, once again, don't make me say it, bro. If I was John Goodman, do you think I'd be sitting here talking to yo broke ass? I'm just as broke as you are, okay? I just have a cool haircut. I'm sexy. I can't help that. Rolling a blunt too. My G. Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to join me. I always hope that a couple of you guys are like, Fresno is fucking gross, dude. Yeah, yeah. No, trust me, bro. I'm not saying it's a good place. I'm just telling you where I'm from, bro. I was at the Dome and Paul's mouth was filthy. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I do get, my mouth does get pretty filthy. You plan on seeing the new Naked Gun movie? The reviews are quite positive. Maybe. You got the real Epstein files? Bro, drop that shit. Put that, you know what you gotta do if that's true? Put that shit on a Pirate Bay, homie. Start a torrent. They can't shut down a torrent. Was there a guy I went to high school with who became a local politician who did that lame rap? Yes. So that is Brett Frazier, who's the mayor of my little town, and you can look up Madera, California, Pomegranate Rock, and that was a dude I went to school with, kind of a bully of me in school, who became the mayor of my town and debased himself with a party rock cover called Pomegranate Rock. And it is, it's something to see, friends. He's a public figure too, so I don't mind doxing him. His name's Brett Frazier. He was the mayor of my little town. Lived in San Bern, Slow, Flagstaff, now in Arkansas, and it's the best. Hey, I'm glad you found where you wanted to be. I'm glad you found where you wanted to be. It's kind of funny how people pass in each other, you know, because like for me, if I was a rich man, if I was a rich man, diddle deedle diddle deedle diddle deedle diddle dum, all day long I'd biddy biddy bum if I were a wealthy man. I wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle 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 deedle diddle deedle diddle dum. All day long I deedle diddle dum, biddy bidle beedle bidle bum. Okay, never mind. If I was a rich guy, I would live in San Luis Obispo. That's the point. You lived there, didn't like it, found your love in Arkansas. I've been to Arkansas. I lived in Louisiana and Texas. The place that calls my name, San Luis Obispo County, friend. You're from there? Based? You'd make a good fiddler. I would. Morro Bay. Oh, you're from Morro Bay? Very nice. I like Morro Bay. My favorite place on the coast is Pismo. Well, the Pismo Dunes. So we're talking about the whole crescent of Pismo. So Pismo, Grover Beach, Oceano Dunes. That big stripe. If I was a multi-millionaire or something, I'd buy a house up on the hills there, overlooking that ocean, and I'd just never leave. Finally watched Johnny Got His Gun. I really don't even usually recommend the movie to people. The movie's okay, but the book is what changed my life. But I'm glad you enjoyed the movie and the story. San Luis, Paso Robles, Atascadero, lived there 28 years. Cool. I like all those places. I gotta tell you, Holly Hawthorne, I've been through that area. I grew up in Madera, so like an hour and a half from Atascadero. And I've been through there thousands of times. My family spent most of its vacation time in your area. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The grape vineyards coming into Paso, the beautiful mountains, and then you go right up over that pass, and the ocean is there. Yeah, I mean, just absolutely beautiful there. So I'm very, very jealous of you. As a little farm kid that used to love going to the beach, I'm very, very jealous of you. It's a cool place to get to grow up. Which book? Johnny Got His Gun by Dalton Trumbo. Changed my life. Miss the real beaches. Yeah. That is something I didn't even know, Holly. This is how fucked up it is. Because I was a kid, so lucky to grow up near that Central California stretch of beach. I thought that that's what beaches were. And then I went to Corpus Christi, Texas. And I found out that beaches suck. Most beaches. I've been to one beach outside of California that I thought didn't suck ass. That beach was Pensacola, Florida. Pensacola, Florida has a really cool white sand beach strands that were nice to sit on, like fucking Cali beaches. Most have rocks. Even the ones that, have you ever been on one that has, it's not rocks, but it's like pebbly sand? That shit don't hit. That's the only place. That's the only place I've been to, Holly, that has anything like that Central California strand of beaches. That actual real beach that is in Cali. Only place that I found it is Pensacola, Florida. Every other beach I've been on is dog shit. I've been to Hearst Castle a million times. Me and my wife, just about a year and a half ago, were in San Simeon. We stayed there about a week. Went and saw the elephant seals, walked the beach, got some food. We were there during a pretty historic high surf storm. So I got to sit right on the beach in the rain, there's a cove. And I sat right there and I watched these waves come in. They must have been 30, 40-foot waves out. I mean, big motherfuckers, like Hawaii style waves. It was a big storm, and I happened to be I happened to be on vacation there in that area in San Simeon. Over the pier? I don't know. I wasn't in Pismo. I wasn't on the pier. I was in, fuck, I always forget the little town. It's something with an A. It's north of Pismo. I can't remember. We were staying where we were eating in that little town. It's a little beach town north of Avila. Yeah, thank you. No, 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 not Avila. Sorry, it's farther up. So Avila is right by Pismo. Keep going up. Like it's between Pismo and Morro Rock. It's a little beach town, but like rich, kind of like a wealthy little beach town, and it's got a bunch of little restaurants right up on the beach with a walkway. I'm trying to remember the fucking name. It's gonna drive me nuts. Not Avila, but it's something with an A. I can't fucking remember. Not Arroyo. That's the wrong way. We're going north up the one towards Morro Rock. And we're passing little towns, right? And we come across one. And it's a little beach town. It's got an A in the name. It's between Pismo and San Simeon. So it's before San Simeon, but it's right near there. It's going to bug me all fucking day too, Holly. If my wife was awake, she would fucking just go, like, oh, you mean... It's got a really good fish restaurant. Yeah, today's riddle. I'll figure it out. Hang around. It'll pop. I think it's an A name, but I might be sticking on that. Not Avila. Not Atascadero. What is that fucking place called? Yeah, San Simeon is 2 hours from Pismo. I know. I'm just saying it's on that stretch of the 101 between Pismo and San Simeon. It's not Arroyo. Arroyo's the other way. Arroyo is south of Pismo. Well, it's part of the 5 cities, so it's technically Pismo. This is north on the 1, right? You head on the 1 and you head north towards Morro Rock. There is a town on the way there between, Morro and San Simeon, and I'm just fucking not remembering it. Avila. Avila is now stuck in my head. I'm going to go get my other phone. Fuck this. We have to know. We're pulling up Google. Nothing drives me more nuts, D. You know that, bud? Nothing drives me more nuts than not knowing something about Central California coastal geography. Oops, I did it again. All right, I'm going to find it right now. Maps. Dismiss. Oh, shut up. Get out. Can you get out? Search maps, Pismo. We're going to go to Pismo Beach. Yeah, Pismo Beach, California. Here it is. And we're going to go. Okay, so there's Avila. We know it ain't Avila. We're going up to 101. We're in the Osos Valley. Allen Peak, Montana State Park, Port Bouchon. Nope, nope, not Osos. There's Morro. Past Morro? Cayucas? Cambria. I was wrong. It's past Morro Bay. It's Cambria. So it wasn't even a fucking A. I was fucking myself. Cambria. So I was sitting right there on the little walk in front of the beach in Cambria, and there were 30-foot waves crashing in. It was crazy. Oh, that area is super beautiful. One of my favorite spots there. There's a fish restaurant there that doesn't take reservations. You just gotta have to show up about an hour before they open and line up, and it's first come, first serve. And it is based. I think it's called the Sea Chest. $100 kids in the whole school. It's shocking to me that there were 100 kids in Cambria's school. That's a tiny little fucking town, and like from the outside looking in, it feels like a little retirement community, you know, like where some like pretty well-off retired old people go to die. I mean, it's beautiful. I don't blame them for going to die there. Tell me, who's your God? I have no God. No gods, no masters. Isn't that fun? It's a bunch of commie rich old people. Sounds shitty, but the area is beautiful though. I probably wouldn't want to live there because I'm sure those commie rich old people enforce certain fucking this, that, or the others. Where do you want to die? Pismo Beach, man. I want to die there on Pismo Beach. He has lungi cancer. Maybe. I'd like to die in Pismo Beach, or, barring that, on my own piece of land. That's what my wife and I are looking for right now. It's our own piece of land. And I think it's going to be nice when we get it. I don't believe that Jesus is God, but I believe Jesus is a prophet. I'm Muslim. Yallahu Akbar, Yallahu Akbar. Yo, dog, I'll shave my back. What if someone farts? I don't know, bro. Jesus is God. Oh shit. We're gonna have a Bronze Age fairy tale fist fight in here. Muslim is Muhammad is God. No, Jesus is God. Zeus. You know, it's like are you grown people? Are you grown? Are you real? Yep. About to have a Bronze Age fist fight up in this bitch. Yahweh is God. Allah is God. Fucking dorks. Grown ass fucking men, too. Grown ass men and women. I believe in fairy tale from Bronze Age. Me too, but I believe in different fairy tale from Bronze Age. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. It's like, fuck, is it 2025 or fucking 1211? We ain't fucking moved past that shit yet? Okay. Best thing to come out of the Bronze Age was bronze. You ain't kidding. You ain't fucking kidding, man. Don't really care about this stuff. Me neither, man. Every time I fucking pop on a live, though, Jesus is king. are you a Muslim? Allah is the prophet. It's just like, man, dude, do you know what I think of you when you come at me with that? I guess maybe you don't care, but like, I think you are fucking stupid. As soon as you open your mouth with, I think this person's probably got a double-digit IQ, probably sub 90. That's what I think. And I'm usually right. This is a midwit at best. A midwit at best. And it's a grown-ass man that runs around telling fairy tales from pre-scientific times. And they go to church together, and they tell the fairy tale over and over, and they go, and then they treat people like shit. And the character in their book, Jesus, would spit in their faces. One of my favorite things about Christianity to tell Christians is, do you know where Jesus is coming first when he comes back? Because a lot of them don't know. Jesus said where he's coming first. Do you know where Jesus is coming first? Do you know what his first order of business is? Does anybody know? Any Christians out there? I'm just waiting to see if any Christians know what Jesus's first order of business is when he returns. War against who? Who's he fire the first shot against? Do you know? He told you in the Bible that you're trying to preach to me. Anybody know? One Christian? Not a single one. So you're telling me an atheist Taoist knows more about where Jesus is going to come back? Isn't that weird? I know your book better than you do. I'm not saying where on the planet. I'm saying what's his first order of business? What's his first stopover going to be? He lands back on Earth. Where's he headed? Do you know? So telling to me that no Christians know this. I'm going to come back in just a second. I'm going to keep asking this question and see if you figured it out. Those of you that wrought iniquity in my name shall be first before the throne of judgment. Who do you think that's talking about? Those of you who wrought iniquity in my name shall be first before the throne of judgment. Who do you think he's talking about? Me? An atheist? I don't sow any iniquity in Jesus' name. Have any idea? Do you know? His first stop will be a church. and not to celebrate. Woof. That was wild. Everybody still there? Yep, false prophets. You mean prosperity gospel churches? False prophets like that? Did you censor yourself? No, it just froze. So you mean false prophets like churches, dead churches? Churches filled with singing and no good works? Faithless, dead churches? Churches that use Jesus' name as a bludgeon against the poor and indigent? Those types of churches? You mean those? Uh-oh. Let's be real. If Jesus is real and that story is real, he's coming for me too. But I'm way down his list. Not a believer, atheist, Taoist. If I were a fig tree, diddle deedle, diddle deedle, diddle deedle, diddle dum. You smoke a lot? It's a vice. Do you speak about him as if you believe in him? I was raised in Christianity. I know Christianity like the back of my hand. Second sign, Jesus is attacking this guy right now. And Jesus doesn't attack people. Yea, the least among you shall be first, and the first among you last. It is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter my Father's kingdom. I know Jesus. I know the character from the book. I know what he was about, and attacking people wasn't it. I guess I don't understand how you can know the truth, but not. What do you mean? I was raised in the church, friend. What you believe to be the church, I probably know better than you. I wasn't raised super strict Christian, but I've read the Bible. I know the Jesus character. I know the story. The church is the bride. The church is Christ's bride. It's not the body. But you don't know that because you don't read the Bible. I was raised Protestant. I was raised in the Protestant church. So no communion, no confession. Forming a proper sentence in a live stream is a waste of effort. I don't find it to be. I do it all day. Your body is sick? Help me. I like you a lot. Thanks. I'm not a mean guy. I just expect people to stand on business. I was raised Catholic, so I did that shit. It was scary. Yeah. was raised evangelical. We did communion, but not confession. Yeah. Oh, man, NYC, I gotta say, man, I feel bad for y'all over there, son. I'm not trying to hate. I'm not trying to re-spark that East Coast, West Coast beef, but y'all get the trim, bro. Y'all, dude, I've heard you guys are smoking on twigs and berries down there, bro. That Cali shit, this Cali shit. Bro, I heard y'all are smoking on twigs and berries over there on the East Coast, bro. I'm about to be out there, too. November 1st, I'm going to be in New Jersey at Dingbats doing a show. And you know I'm going to smoke weed. And I'm going to fucking be honest about that NYC quality, because I'm Cali born, Cali bred, Cali smoker. You got it? So we're going to see. We're going to see what kind of, dude, because if it's twigs and berries, I'm finna call it out. You got some, I mean, what I'm asking you is, in your honest opinion, and maybe you've never been out west, is NYC gas Cali gas? Arizona has good weed because it has a next door neighbor. You know what that next door neighbor is? California. You get it? New York City doesn't have a next door neighbor like California. You had some good A1 haze. Dominican. Everything that I smoked pre-Cali grow up, pre-medical, you know, was pre-Cali legal grow up, was outdoor grown Cali, and if you were real unlucky, Mexican, bro. Ugh. So I'm gonna be judging. I'm gonna be judging that fucking New York City weed. Because if it's twigs and berries, bro, I have to call it out. Kind, dro. I don't care what it is, bro. I'm agnostic to strain, but I know quality. You feel me? You go get trim here in California, or I'm in Washington State, same. West Coast, best coast. You go get some trim here. My suspicion is that if I took a bag of trim and smuggled it east and opened that bag in New York City, I think everybody in New York would want a fucking toke. I think everybody in New York would be like, God damn, he's got the fucking gasoline. Maybe I'm wrong. But if I took my trim from out west back east, I think I'd be a god among men till I sold that up. Dude, as soon as you guys saw some real fucking frost fire, bro. Ooh. Y'all don't do it out east like we do it out west. That's all I'm fucking saying, bro. That's a dead ass lighter. Let me see if I can swish it. I'm too fucking good. I got a tiny little trash can over there for butts. I just arced it. Look, right here. You guys, I don't even have to lie. There it sits. See my little butt can? From all the way over here, too. From all the way over here, too. You gotta be joking with me, bro. Kobe. Count it. Buddy's on a 2-liter-a-day diet. Bro, you ain't kidding. Is tonight's show Andy versus Steven? Yes. Nom but net. Nom but net. Do you think they purposely sell weaker strains out here now that it's regulated? If you're actually curious about that, I can tell you what's what. Eventually, you're going to have that frost fire too. Here's what happens. A lot of people don't know this, so pay attention. I'm about to drop some street knowledge on you. Not street knowledge, weed knowledge. When a state legalizes, okay, it takes a while for that shit to spin up. Does that make sense? And what ends up happening is they make an interstate transfer deal with a West Coast. So we're talking, well, maybe not coast, but, you know, Colorado, Washington State, Oregon, California, right? And what that is they go to the legal weed companies already doing grow ops here in Cali. And they say, we're starting up New York. We'd like to purchase clones. These guys here in Cali have proprietary clones that make that frost fire fucking West Coast bud. There is no way when you're starting up, you're getting that frosty clone. You're not. You're going to get some good ass outdoor. Not bad, but twigs and berries, friend, is what you're going to get. Until your state raises up and somebody sneaks a clone. And then eventually, because right now, what you guys are getting is trim quality. You guys are getting lows on the East Coast. Lows. It'll step up to mids. The mids will cost what the frost costs out here. You'll be paying for mids. Right now, you're paying for lowers what I pay for frost. And they're telling you it's frost. It's not, right? Then you're going to get mids, and you're still going to pay frost prices for the mids, right? And then about a year, maybe 2 years from now, you're going to get the frost. And then there's going to be some competition in the market. A lot of little pot shops will start popping up, distributors and shit. And then you get the price competition, and then they're not charging you out the asshole for mids. You see what I'm saying? So that's why. When did Michigan legalize, Bell? Do you know what year? I'll tell you what. If you tell me the year, I'll tell you how far out you are from the frost. Because I know how it happens in these states. Oh, UK weed, I've heard, is beyond twigs and berries. I've heard it's brick pack, fucking like Afghani shit. Bad. What percent THC is frost? So you're talking just bud? Here's another thing I'll put you up on game on. Take it from Cali. If you see bud that is advertised, and it's just bud, not infused bud, that's a whole different thing. We're just talking flower. And it's advertised anything over 20%, they're lying. 20% is the theoretical maximum that a clone can express THC. So if they're going like, this is 30%, bro, it's probably fucking 10. Recreation, 2018. Yeah, okay. So 2018, we're in 2025. I'm going to guess you guys have some pretty good bud. I'm going to guess, I haven't been to Michigan. I haven't tried the bud in Michigan. But I'm going to guess you guys have probably, if you legalized rec in 2018, I'm going to guess you've got some pretty decent bud. You probably don't got the frost. But a lot of that seems to be like grow area. I don't know if Michigan is the best place to do outdoor grow. I think it's pretty good, but it's all I had. Well, if you legalized in 2018, I would imagine by that time, right, you're going to have a little bit of good bud around. It's probably still kind of expensive compared to what I pay. Because I'll tell you guys, bro, I buy my weed convenience-wise now. So there's a really good company that does these pre-rolls. Of course, it's a little more expensive than buying the bud, but the pre-rolls are frost. And I pay $60 for 21 plus gram J's, right? That's what I've been fucking puffing on right here. That's $60 for 20. I've seen some places outside of Cali in the East, right? Where you're gonna pay $60 for 2 or 3 J's, 2 or 3 grams, right? It's crazy. So these are 1 gram joints, 20 grams, $60. And we're talking top shelf. We're not talking like dirt weed, shake weed. This is these joints, if like you're not a weed smoker, 1 or 2 puffs of this will put your dick in the dirt. Like I'm a daily. 20 for 60 is all day here. That's not even the cheapest weed I can get. If I go get trim, I could get an ounce. I don't want to overstate it. I can get an ounce for $100 here. If I'm talking popcorn bud trim of that fire bud, which is just good shit for me. $100, $110, and oh. Washington State, bro. Washington State was the first state to go full grow, full rec. Kind of tied almost with Colorado, but they rolled out first. So I'm living in the wonderland, actually. This place, Washington State, has 3-4 years of rec on Cali. So this is the furthest developed you can get as far as the weed industry. I live in a tiny little town in the woods. There are like 6 weed shops here. I'm not even fucking kidding. Within a 5-6 mile radius of where I'm sitting right now, there are probably 6 weed shops. They're open late. Washington state law lets them stay open until midnight. So if you're like fucking sitting around at 8 and you go, fuck, I need some weed. The weed shop's open, bro. Tacoma weed. Well, I mean, that's Washington State weed. I'm 30 minutes from Tacoma. I'm an hour from Seattle. It's the best of the best of the best of the best of the best. What bro yapping about? Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. What bro yapping about? I just see drool and a fucking caved in skull when somebody types shit like that, bro. What bro? It's like I just see somebody that like used to be a bright, promising dude, but then he got in a fucking bike accident, and now he drools into a cup. What bro talks to the pouch? It's like they're out there, bro. How that motherfucker got his hand on a phone? How that motherfucker was able to drool on his phone and type that shit out, bro? I don't know, but they out there. God rest the dead. God rest the dead. Ooh. I don't even know how they do it. You know what I'm talking about, motherfucker. Got like, he looks kind of normal to here, and then there's a scoop and a big old scar, and he's like, I guess that's how they do it. They spit all over their phone. I don't know how they're doing it, bro. How they do it now? How they do it now, bro? Does somebody explain it to me? Because there's a billion of these motherfuckers. It's not just like one dude wandered in here, bro. Watch the deletes. Watch the fucking bands up out of here, bro. Every one of them. Subgum. You know Forrest Gump's IQ? Forrest, Mississippi, or no, Alabama requires a minimum IQ of 75 to attend public school, Mrs. Gump. Forrest is right about here. We're talking about 2 little points here. Must be something can be done. So we know Forrest Gump's IQ from deduction, which you don't know, if you're one of the people I'm talking about. We know that Forrest Gump's IQ is about 73. Forrest Gump met 2 presidents, was a war hero, and is a millionaire investor slash businessman. You feel me? Subgum is what I'm talking about. Is there a Mr. Gump? Mrs. Gump? He's on vacation. That's what I use for you guys. It's not called the Gump Index, but that's a good name for it. I just call it the rule of subgump. Bro, if you get banned up out of this chat, the only way you can do it is if I fucking think from what you typed and misspelled and drooled out into my chat that you are dumber than Gump. Because you know what? If you're dumber than Gump, I feel like you need a social worker, and I'm not that. You don't need a friend. You don't need a chat. You don't need a fucking online distraction. You need a social worker, bro. And I ain't that. I don't got the time nor the inclination to try and bring you up to normal person speed. So you just get fucking... But that's the only thing that ever gets you. It's like one of the most shameful things in the world to get banned out of here. Because the only thing that you can do to get banned out of here is to present yourself like you're retarded. Like you were in a motorcycle accident and your mama has to take care of you for the rest of your short life. You know what I mean? That's it. Yeah. Not going to be able to shit without somebody wiping you. Level. If you're above that, you're going to fucking chill here. You meet that bar. You got like a high school diploma and it's not a social promotion diploma. You actually passed high school with C's or better. That's all I ask, bro. That's it. Or equivalent. You know, you got your GED, got some on-the-job training. You ever paid a bill? That's it. That's really all it requires. Oh, Merv is back. Merv the Schmerv Merv. Got a misfire. It happens. It happens, Ghoul. You are forgiven. You are forgiven. You are forgiven. You are forgiven. 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 Yeah, you don't have a dent. Merv the Schmerv Merv. Do you think the UK will ever legalize? Yeah. Yeah, eventually. But I feel bad for you guys now, man, because like you guys got some, dude. Can you guys tell your rappers to shut the fuck up about weed? Can you got like UK guys? If you guys would do me a huge favor, you could tell your UK drill guys to stop talking about blowing on that gas with my brothers. Nick a hot pie off my nun. Could you tell them to stop acting like they got Cali gas out there? Because they don't. I know what you guys are smoking out there. You're smoking brick packs, so let's just be real about it. Just be like, smoking on shit grade weed. Like, start putting that in your raps. Don't act like you got gas. Oh, my brothers, we be smoking gas. Oh, yeah? Did you just get back from California? Because if not, you ain't smoking shit. You're smoking dirt. Sorry. Brother. Bruh. Blowing on that big bag of weed, man. It's like, shut the fuck up. No, you ain't. Bruh. Twigs and berries, Chef Roach. Twigs and berries is what we call it out this way. Smoking on stems. Bruh. They rolled their shit with the stem still in it, sticking through the papers. Yeah, dude. They just wrap a paper around a fucking weed stem. Smoking on gas, bro. It's like, oh, you get a head change off that, little bro? Based. I didn't know you could do that. We got so much fucking frosty flour over here that we never really worry about the stems. I'm dead ass. What do I know, though? What do I know? I'm just a pothead for fucking... Oh, how far back is 92? That's a ways back, y'all. I can't even do the math on that bitch. 30 years? I do like apes, man. They don't even have Mexican brick out there. Yeah, I know. They got Albanian, Eastern, fucking Ukrainian, fucking last season's brick pack dirt. Smoking on the gas. Brr, brr. Me and my brothers, we do nothing but puff the gas. It's like, no. You're puffing shit, bro. You're puffing somebody's butt cheeks, bro. Some fucking poor Ukrainian girl probably smuggled that up her ass in here, bro. A whole brick of it, shat it out, birthed it like a little Ukrainian baby. It's nasty, bro. Brr, brr. That's the sound of the police. Brr, brr. Just quit playing over there. Just rap about what y'all really do. Went down to the chip shop. Got myself some fish. Wish I was in America, but all I can do is wish. Don't have a car, but I'll ride that bus. Don't have a gun, but I'll stab you, bust. You know, just be like that. Don't be like, me and my brothers got that Caltech, smoking on the gas. It's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not, dude. Every time I go pick up weed, there's a granddad that is smoking fucking higher than anybody in the UK could dream of doing. Unless they come here on a tourist visa or some shit. I'm talking about a peepaw. I'm talking about shuffling in. And I say, let me get that door for you, sir. He goes, oh, thank you, Sonny. And he goes up to the counter, and a dude with dreadlocks comes over and goes, what's up, old man? And he goes, give me some of that fucking fire, Sonny. And he goes, oh, how much fire you want? Oh, as much as you can sell me. Well, here's a big old frosty bag for you, sir. Thank you there, Sonny. That dude, as soon as he got home and got in his lazy boy, is chiefing bigger than anybody in the UK could dream of doing. And I see him every time. Every time I go pick up weed, bro, he's there. So just stop perpetrating. Don't perpetrate. You don't gotta lie to kick it, is what I'm saying. Just start saying, the weed fucking sucks here. It's twigs and berries. Quit acting like you got gas. You don't have, dude, you don't even got water. Couldn't start an engine with that. You don't got gas. I'm talking to you, East Coast, and I'm definitely talking to you, UK. Shh, I don't want to hear it. Brr. I can't stop being a gay twink from the UK like an addiction. Well, I mean, whatever. I hope someday you get seasoned food. That's all I can say about y'all. Because they be putting out videos now where like little kids of yours are getting fed like a real American hamburger, and they're like, it looks like they just saw God. Like, what's this? Biscuits and gravy with sausages. Sausage in the gravy. Looks a bit weird. Let me just do this. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Oh, the flavor, isn't it? It's like, what the fuck are they feeding you guys over there? You poor bitches. Smoking on the gas. Eating on that mush. It's like, they don't got salt over there, y'all? You guys ain't invented salt yet? Pepper? Cayenne peppers? You guys can't get that over there? There's another one that I saw. It's two dudes, probably like 20, 30 something, right? Fucking British as fuck. We're going down to Texas to have what they call real Texas barbecue. They give him a big beef rib, and these guys are like, how do we eat this thing? They ask the dude, they're like, can we get a fork and knife? And the black dude that runs the place is like, no. He looks so fucking disgusted with him. He's like, pick it up and eat it. Oh, just by the bone here. By the bone here. Pick it up and eat it. Kind of like Fred Flintstone, eh? All right, we'll try it. Let's see here. I forgot to breathe there for a minute. The fuck? Oh my God. It's like watching a starving Somalian child that just got handed a fucking haunch of meat. It's like, what are you eating out there? What the fuck? It's a rib. It's a barbecue rib. Remember, it was Europeans who invented America? Insane, right? I guess it was America that invented spices. They invented America, but they didn't get a chance to invent salt. Wild. Yeah, they literally act like Odin just came down and offered them a cornucopia of food straight from Valhalla. And they're like, and it's like a fucking McDonald's cheeseburger. They're like, oh my God. They're just like about to fucking come from a bite. It's like, what? Ugh. Well, I don't know if you too can be an American, but you guys know how I feel about this. European people get really pissed at me when I say this, but some of y'all are Americans, and you're just not here yet. There are certain people, and this is every country in the world, they're born American, And if they're actually born American, right, they will find their way here. They'll stow away on a boat. They'll overstay a visa. They'll illegally cross the border, whatever they got to do, right? And those of you that are just fans of America, those of you that just consume our content and our food and our style and our aesthetic and stuff, right? Those of you that do that, you'll never be American. You never were. You never can be, right? It just sucks. But some of y'all are already American. You're just temporarily living in your home, country of origin. You know, that's how that works. You're a temporary resident in Slovakia or fucking Westerbury County or some shit, or Essex. Every American I've seen go over there and try that pie and mash, I fucking hate it. Oh, yeah, well, because there's no food. There's no, like, from what I've heard from people that have been over there and eaten high grade fucking British pub food, right? There's no salt in it. They don't season their shit. It's just like stodge with stodgy potatoes on top and a bunch of butter in it, so it's all fatty. And you just like, it's like eating a mouthful of like semi-flavorless, slightly beef and potato flavored mush. And they go, that's a good much as good shepherd's pie there. And you're just sitting there like, salt? Is there a salt shaker? Oh, we don't do that here, sir. You don't? What? Just slop, yeah. It's just fucking gross. Fucking gross, y'all. I gotta do my stretches. Give me a minute. You wanna go in, D? I think you need to stay right where you're at, bud. To be honest with you, because you're just gonna go bother mom. And mom needs to sleep. She wants to sleep in. She's not interested in you waking her up. Okie dokie. Sorry, D. Sorry, D, but you can't go in right now. Go lay down in your little bed. No, D, get up. Go lay down. Go lay down in your little bed. Good boy. It's more comfy there. I'm sorry. You'll have to toughen up. Can't go wake Mama up right now. I'm not gonna let you. You think it's feasible that America will annex Canada within the next 50 years? Maybe? That's how you maintain your figure? What? What, the stretching? Stretching is to maintain my ability to stand up and sit down without being in excruciating pain. I do it 3 times a day and I hate it because it hurts. What about the stretches? Oof. Low-key sounds like Paul just did something else off camera in the bio. I'm not gonna fuck you, bro. Next. High-key gay. High-key gay vibes, my dude. Anybody else? I'm feeling frisky today. I'm gonna have to go over to the dome. Paul, are you and the Kirk brothers gonna hit up Katz's Deli after the meetup? That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan. Stan the man. There's also a place in Clifton that a person put me onto, and I fucking forgot the name of it. And they do deep fried hot dogs, or no, it's deep fried, yeah, deep fried hot dogs. It's like a hot dog joint that I have to get when I'm in Clifton or some shit. I'm gonna have to ask. I think it was the Don that told me about it. Maybe if the Don's in here a little later, he'll tell me. Rutt's Hut. That's the one. That's the one. That's where they said I gotta cruise through there and I gotta get dinner. Or I gotta get a lunch. Get 2 or 3 dogs and a sody and just like... No, they're talking bun. It's like they deep fry the dog, throw that on the bun with the mustard and the relish. I don't do the relish. Just give me the spicy mustard and just turn me loose on it. If it's a good dog, it's a good dog. What I was told is that the dogs have a real crisp snap, which is my shit. I'm gonna have a sausage of any kind, dog or otherwise. If it's got a good snap to it, that casing has got a good... That's all I want, bro. That and mustard. Come to Scotland and try a deep fries Mars bar. Can I tell you something, Harry Roadman? Those shits, I can get those year round. We've had them since I was a kid. Deep fried Snickers, deep fried Mars, deep fried Oreos, deep fried ice cream, if you can fucking believe it. It's called fair food. You guys didn't invent throwing a candy bar in the deep fryer, homeboy. See, this is why I feel bad for you guys. It's like you guys do something so fucking basic here, and you go, well, have you ever tried putting a Mars bar in a deep fryer in it? Like, yeah, just for like 90 years or something since there were Mars bars. What else? Oh, well, come to Scotland for a Mars bar. It's like, fuck off. No. No. Deep fried Twinkies. Y'all probably can't even get a fucking regular ass Twinkie over there, let alone a deep fried one. Dude, we've deep fried everything, bro. Deep fried pizza, deep fried everything. I'd love to go to Scotland, but I'm gonna bring a bag of snacks. That's all I gotta say, because I can't live on haggis with no salt in it, and like just a haunch of boiled meat with a potato raw or whatever it is they're eating up there. I can't do that. Yeah, no, you can get deep fried butter at our fairs. They'll literally take a stick of butter, roll it in dough, flash deep fry it, and serve it to you. And when you bite into it, it runs all over the place, and it's just literally like you're eating a stick of butter. And that's common. That's not something that even gets people to turn their heads here. So your deep fried Mars bars ain't gonna get shit. Nope, there's only Twinkies in the old candy store, and I never tried one. Is it good? If you deep fry one and you don't have to do shit to it because they're sponge cake, throw one in the deep fryer, let it puff up, they're based. But just out of the package, not anymore. They used to be good, but Hostess, the company that owns them, was sold, and the Twinkies went away for a while. When they brought them back, they was never the same. So, but if you throw them shits in a fucking deep fryer, well, that's a whole different fucking ball of wax now, ain't it? Throw it in the deep fryer, just take it out the package, throw it in there, let it puff up, drizzle a little chocolate or caramel sauce on top of it, get a fork and go to town and tell me that ain't the best shit. It's pretty good, man. Well, let me be the American that has for you, Danny. I have tried the fried butter. Out of curiosity, my ex-wife and I at a county fair ordered the small fried butter, 2 forks. I stuck the fork in it. Immediately when I put pressure on it, all of the butter ran out into the little paper dish. And I was like, I got a little chunk of dough and I dipped it in the butter and I was like, it's butter. And my ex-wife did the same, and we threw that fucking thing away, and I went and got a corn dog. It's a $10 lesson at the fair. So I've done it for you. You don't have to. Just described the experience in totality. Cheese curds are great. My favorite thing at the fair is the foot-long corn dog, you know? The giant fucking, you could beat somebody over the head with it. You know, I found out a funny thing. I was at a county fair. This was like years ago now, but it's still funny. They put us through the ringer when we went through, like, put your hands out. They had a dude wand you, pat you down, look through your fucking purse and shit. They want to make sure nobody had knives or guns, right? And so one of the first things I do when I get to the fair, I go there hungry. I go and I get the corn dog, right? So I'm eating the corn dog. I finish it up. And what I have left is, because it's a giant corn dog, you know, it's like fucking 1.5 feet or some shit. It's huge. And what I have left is a skewer that's about this long that I could gut somebody with. And I was like, it's like a wood, I mean, it's not going to like be the best weapon or anything, but it's a wood skewer with a pointy end that, you know, that long that I could just go. And I was like, didn't they just frisk us out there? But you come right in and they're selling wooden shanks up in this bitch. It's like, what is this? You know, the security state is something else. It really is, man. Nobody thought of that. Like nobody ever once was like, what if somebody buys one of those fucking giant corn dogs and sticks it in somebody's lung? Hear the chickens? Yeah, red cedar. These are northwestern red cedar, most of them. That one there is the big one. Really hard for you guys to tell from this perspective. He is huge, over 100 feet tall and 30 feet around the base. Yeah, I got red cedars everywhere here. Really pretty. Air is so crisp because I'm right by the Puget Sound as well. Fried pickles. Only way I'll eat a pickle is fried. They aight. Day aight. As someone from San Antonio, what did you like and hate most about it? Well, so if you're from San An, you know that I lived in Windcrest. That little town was cute, and I hated the 20-mile-an-hour town-wide speed limit. That sucked. It's such a small place, you're out of it in a second. I lived right on the edge of Windcrest. And I really liked the freeways in San Antonio. I know that's a shitty thing to say, but that is the first thing that came to my mind. The way you guys have your like roundabouts, your on ramps and off ramps, just makes so much sense. And I feel like that at least on that main artery, there was traffic, a lot of traffic, but I felt like it wasn't anywhere near as bad as it should have been given the size. So I think it's pretty well designed. Riverwalk is cool. It's overpriced, but that, you know, you water taxi your way around it is kind of cool. I had some good Mexican food at a place there. Went to the Alamo. It was the Alamo, you know. I went to What's that tower? There's a tower in San Antonio, you know what I'm talking about? You can go up to the top of it and look out at the city, and there's a little restaurant up there, I think. Went up that, whatever that is near the Alamo. Alamo's, yeah, I mean, it was the Alamo. It's cool to be where history was, but boring otherwise. Tower of the Americas, that's the one. Yeah, I went up that. You guys hear the rustling? That's a squirrel doing a squirrel chase. Yeah. Me and Amelia have learned about squirrel rituals. They chase each other for fun, sex, and rivalry. And they do it all day. It's hard to tell what they're doing. I can hear them doing it. Blackie the squirrel making more black squirrels. Could be. Could be. They should frame the spot where Ozzy pissed on the Alamo. They really should. Gotta piss in no fucking bathrooms in this shithole. Ozzy, what are you doing? Any rats? I have not seen. The only is a mole a rodent? That's the only rodent I've seen since I've lived here. I've been here since December. I live out here in these. Well, I know squirrels are a rodent. Maybe raccoons too, but I've seen raccoons, squirrels, and moles. The only reason I saw a mole is because my little dog killed one. But ain't seen a rat, ain't seen a mouse. I gotta tell you, I know why there's no rats and mice, or very few of them that I don't see. Because you want to know what I have seen about 10 times? Bald eagle. You know what roosts up that big tree I showed you guys? Great horned owls. There are different types of hawks here. I came out one morning, early in the morning, and a bobcat ran out of here. There are mountain lions, bears, like basically a lot of crap that's looking to eat a rat or a mouse. This is not a very friendly place to be a mouse or a rat. If you're a squirrel, at least you can climb trees real quick, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of predators here in the forest. A lot. Big predators that are looking for. Like, I haven't seen a rabbit. I haven't seen a ferret. I haven't seen any of the things that you might see out here. A weasel, you know, badger. Like, the smallest little animals that I've seen, mammal wise, are the squirrels that live out here, and the squirrels out here are kind of big, to be honest. The ones that survive, anyway. Yeah, I haven't seen hide nor hair. I haven't. Yeah, bears live out here. I haven't seen one. Deer, elk, occasional moose. I've seen the deer. I've seen the elk. Cappies live here. Cappies are South American creature, friend. It's legal to own capybaras here, but I don't think it would be a very nice environment for them. So fucking funny. I mentioned bald eagles. You guys hear that screech? He hasn't done it again, but I got real quiet right before it. It's not really a screech. It's more of a like a chirp, but it's got a little screechiness to it. You guys know what that was? That's a baldy. So there's a baldy, as I was talking about it, hunting in the area. I'm glad it's fenced in with a canopy of trees, so Dino... Oh, yeah, Dino is just fun. A baldy... Like, here's the thing about Dino. He's just big enough that a baldy's not going to tussle with him. Oh, they're gorgeous. They I'm glad that I've seen them enough now because I don't want to cause an accident. Because if I'm driving and I see a baldy, I'm like... It's like, no, eyes on the road, palsy, go. So now I can see them and go, oh, baldy. I remember being shocked when he said it was, well, it's the world's largest rodent, is the cappy. The only unfortunate thing about their rodent ancestry is that they have the lifespan of a rodent. How rare are they in that area? Cappies or baldies? Baldies? Not rare. I mean, they're an endangered animal and they're a protected wildlife and all that, but dude, I see one every other day here, at least, and I hear them all the time. Doing their circles above the forest, looking for a squirrel that ain't paying attention and shit. I hear them all the time, and I see them at least fucking 5-6 times a week, probably. So they're everywhere here. Not everywhere, but there's a lot of bald eagles living in the forest that I live in, I guess. Yeah, cabbies have wiry, coarse hair and little hoof feet, little 3-toe feet. And they're very chill, and they like to be scratched under the chin, behind the ears, on the back. Yeah, it's a shame guessing capybara lives around 2 or 3 years like my hamster did. That's the only problem with them. They live way too short. Well, yeah. You get a cappy, it lives a couple years, it dies. You're like, fuck, you get another cappy, I don't know. Just seems like a sad way to go. Maybe if you bred them, like if I had a big piece of land and I decided like I'm just gonna keep a cycle of cappies, but then you got to get cappies to keep you got to keep buying cappies anyway because you can't have like brothers and sisters mating, so you got to keep infusing and that, like, fuck that, dude. I don't know, it's just too much. Cappies are terrified of being alone. They love being with other cappies. They need 3-4 other cappies to be truly happy in a big water, and they need nice warm weather. I can't give them none of that here. I can give them the water, and I can, maybe buy a bunch of cappies or whatever, but it's just like, ugh. Paul, should liberals separate themselves from the far left? I mean, are the liberals on the left or not? Because the far left doesn't mean anything to me. It's just like used as a pejorative. Like, are liberals left? That's the question liberals need to ask themselves. Are we leftists or are we not? If they're not, then they probably should just found another conservative party called the Liberal Conservatives or some shit. I mean, they're very close to that now, as is. The liberal Democrats that have been elected over and over have, at best, been placeholders for Republican legislation and policy, and at worst helped to advance it. And so, it's liberals that are having the identity crisis right now because they got shitbirded by fucking Trump twice. And it's so embarrassing that you can't throw up a candidate that'll beat Donald Trump. And, they're the ones having a fucking identity crisis. What are we? We're pro-Israel, but we're anti-war. It's the liberal conundrum. Liberals are against war, except for the current one, and they're for social movements, except for the current one. So they're the ones with the conundrum, not people on the far left. Nice chatting, Paul. It's time for me to get lunch with my neighbor. Thanks for stopping by, friendo. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck. Cut my arm bleeding. This is my last resort. Oh, squirrel chase. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. Do you really care if I die bleeding? Is it wrong or is it right? That's just all that I might. Annihilation out of sight. And I'm contemplating suicide. I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. That's such a fucking lame song, bro. And then that little, riff. You got the rhythm line, and then you got, a little arpeggio. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. Do you really care if I die bleeding? I just rhymed bleeding with bleeding. It don't matter, Papa Roach in the building. Building doesn't rhyme with bleeding, but it doesn't even matter, y'all. It's like, what even the fuck was early 2000s rock, bro? Can somebody fill me in? Somebody fill me in? The fuck happened? Rock used to be fun, and then it just became this like bunch of douchey, angsty dudes doing therapy for themselves. I mean, say what you want about early 2000s rock. Limp Bizkit, break stuff. Here's what I want you to do. Watch the Limp Bizkit set from Woodstock 99. And tell me Limp Bizkit isn't kind of cool, or at least wasn't kind of cool at some point. The animal I have become, something inside of me, building inside of me, cannot fight off the animal I have become. It's like, oh. Just watch. Go on Google, search Limp Bizkit Woodstock 99, and watch that shit. Wes is like, that whole there's like 8 pits. People are tearing the shit down. People backstage are going, Fred, kill it, kill it. He's like, fuck you. Chainsaw. Let's get your ass raw. Wes is just, my day keeps going this way. I just might break something tonight. They're like, people backstage are like, no, fucking 8 pits, like a chainsaw. Skin your ass raw. And if my day keeps going this way, I just might break something tonight. People backstage going, cut it, Fred. I'm a chainsaw. Let's get your ass raw. And if my day keeps going this way, I just might break something tonight. I'm like, Fred, please. Wes is like, I'm like a chainsaw. Let's get your ass raw. And if my day keeps going this way, I just might. World pauses. The pits stop. People backstage go, break your fucking face tonight. Get me something to break. The fucking place goes boom. Tower goes on. It's fucking crazy, bro. One of the coolest concerts ever, bro. One of the coolest concerts ever. You know, not my favorite song to go listen to. I'm not the hugest Limp Bizkit head. I Will Die on the Hill of $3 Bill Y'all is a killer album. Killer album. That song, that sound was super fresh at the time. That was like mid 90s, late 90s, 96, 95, something like that. That shit was, that first album was like, after that, it starts to get harder to defend. I don't care about the main riff, dude. I don't care. I never saw Def Leppard make an audience do that, or even play for an audience that big, I guess. So, not shitting on the shot. Not shitting on Def Leppard, the one-armed drummer. That's based. Fred, no. I might break something tonight. Like a chainsaw. It's so funny to watch. And that whole fucking place, dude, like, so just the whole thing was a pit. The whole thing was a pit, bro. People were climbing the towers and ripping shit off the towers. He's got an earpiece in. He's got people off stage flagging him. Stop coming down like a chainsaw. I'm sitting here, you know, he's like, I ain't stopping this. Are you fucking kidding me? We're about to blow the roof off this bitch. Break your fucking face tonight. And it's like, woof. Limp Bizkit or Def Leppard. Who has more arms? Is that the album where they butchered that George Michael song, Faith? I mean, Faith ain't my favorite cut off the album, but that song fucking rocks. Their cover of Faith is pretty badass. George Michael himself has said he loves it, so. Well, I guess it would be nice, if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has a body like me, but I gotta think twice before I steal my heart away. And I know all the games you play, 'cause I play them too. Oh. Okay. Dinor, you're on my shit list.
What did he do?
Here's what he did. Oh, I need to go get us a pack. Let me do that. Would you like coffee?
I'll start a pot.
Are you sure?
In a little bit.
Love comes down.
So why is 9 more on your shit list?
What?
Why?
Oh, okay. got up with me, got a brekkie, came out here. I started a stream. He was laid up over here being peepaw pitiful. So I let him in. And I told him then, you go bed. Mama, you don't wake her up. Let him in. He was fine. I went in there to grab my other phone. He was like, came back out. I was like, that's it. So he was sitting out here on the peepaw bed looking pitiful. And then he came over here and he laid up. And I was like, okay, here's the deal, dude. I'm going to let you in. But if Mama wakes up within the next 10-15, I'm going to know why. And so there you go. Was Dinor bad? Well, I mean, he did exactly what I was hoping he wouldn't do. And he did exactly what his plan was. He doesn't like when one of us is in a different room than him. And in the morning, he knows that Mom and Dad come out on the porch and they sit together for a while. And he wanted that.
And it's his little routine.
Yeah. And it fucks up his routine to be on the peepaw bed without Mom and Dad out here in the morning. That's all it was. Wasn't cold. Wasn't tired. I'm Dee's lawyer and he's innocent. Fuck. Foiled again. Foiled again by Midnight Ghoul, the sharpest lawyer in town. Damn you, Dee, for retaining her first.
And we've just been... We let these pets terrorize us.
Yeah. That is... I mean, like, I have so many critiques of Dinor all the time.
Yeah.
Whole peepaw bed, look at him. Why is your ass hanging off? I'm just going to show him. Why is your ass hanging off of it, my dude? You have a whole bed just for you. Why is your ass hanging off of it, my dude?
And that's like a bed for a bigger dog, too.
Yeah, I know. That's a bed for like a golden retriever.
Yeah.
He's less than half a golden retriever. And his fucking whole ass is hanging off the bed. Why? True pets have a routine in their mind. So usually what happens, like me and Amelia don't usually wake up at the same time. One of us or the other one gets up. So she's been through this same fucking routine with him, where it's like, you're acting like you want to go to bed with Papa, but do you really want to go to, because you got to be quiet. Let him in, and then 10-15 minutes later, here comes Papa. Fucking Dinor. He's like, okay, now routine can start. And I just didn't want that to happen to you today. I wanted you to sleep until your body was like, sleep done. But he might like a smaller bed. Listen, this is his outside bed. He has a little baby bed that he uses that barely fits his little ass because it's, made for a dog his size.
He doesn't use it hardly anymore.
He hardly uses it. He prefers laying on one of my sweaters or a blanket that's on the ground that he's stripped off of the couch, or a blanket on the bed that he's wadded up into a ball and made his perfect nest in. So to get him to start using the peepaw bed, I literally had to like coax him onto it and have him lay down, like do his tricks. Because he was like retarded. The first day we bought it, he went and sniffed it, stepped on it, laid on it for a second, and got off of it and laid down right next to it. And I was like, is it not comfy? So I touched it. It feels nice. It took us 2 days to convince him to rest his butt on the orthopedic senior dog bed that we bought him. Okay. Yeah. reminds me of the dog episode where you said Dinor doesn't know how to dog. He doesn't. It's, I think, the biggest well, not mistake. I mean, whatever. Dinor's Dinor because I raised him to be Dinor. But say, like, one of the disservices that I did Dinor that I didn't really think about was he was an only dog, and he was an apartment dog. And so he never really got the chance outside of when he was a puppy with his litter mates, his mom and dad and stuff. He never really got the chance to do much socializing with other dogs, when he was a puppy. But he did socialize a lot with my ex-girlfriend's cat, Molly. Molly was an old kitty, and she was pretty irascible and set in her ways. And so Dinor learned pretty quick, like, kitty don't like being messed with. And that's pretty much all Dinor knows about being a dog. Other dogs, like even a little puppy, dogs have an instinct, right, to sniff each other's butts because they have scent glands back there. It's like us shaking hands. It's gross, but it's just the truth, right? And Dinor, he has the instinct. So when he sees another dog, he's happy and he walks over and he sniffs the dog's butt. The dog in turn wants to sniff his. And when the dog goes around to sniff Dinor's butt, he puts his tail between his legs and he acts like they're assaulting him and he runs away from them. And it's like, bro, you just had your nose 3 inches deep in that dog's cheeks. He deserves a sniff too, but you can't tell, he doesn't know. He's not antisocial with other animals. The good thing about Dinor is he loves other animals. He's chill with other animals, but he doesn't know what he is. He doesn't think he's an animal. He thinks he's us. I think he thinks that we are weird dogs. I don't know what he thinks, to be honest. You could spend hours. I've done it. I've owned him. He's been my best friend 10 years. I know him. He's, fucking weird. Well, he thinks he's people. He ain't people. I would never feed people kibble. He's a dog. I love him. He's my best bud, but he's a dog. He don't know that. Well, eventually, Danny, he fucking but yeah, if it's a brand new dog, he acts like, why are you up on me? But he's not aggressive. He's like, get away, man. Oh, no, don't sniff my ass. No. Even though he was just all up in them cheeks. Then they try and do the same to him, and he's like, that big old fluffy fan tail that he has goes all up under his ass, and he starts scooting around. No, not my butt. Why are you so weird? It's like, what? So I think that's just like, he's a solo puppy. Maybe the same for you, Danny. He was a solo puppy, apartment puppy. Dinor wouldn't know how to be aggressive if he tried to be aggressive. Like, he has behaviors that are like hallmarks of a possible aggression problem, but it's hard to explain. Like, he doesn't like being moved. That is his bugaboo. Like, if he is laying somewhere, he doesn't like he doesn't like to be moved. You will tell him, get up, you got to move, bud. And he'll be like, and you're like, bud, you got to get up. And he's like, I'm going to have to move you. Put your hand on his butt and shove him a little bit. You're like, this only goes one way, bud.
shove him off the bed. He goes, and then his tail is like, and you're like, what the fuck are you, man? Solo pup grew up just around people. Well, then you have a little dinosaur then, because that's what he is for sure. He's an old peepaw now, and he's met many dogs. And as soon as the dogs get over their initial excitement and they get a sniff of his butt one way or the other and calm down and he's not the center of attention, he is fine. He'll even chill and play with dogs. It's like when he lived with Sal and Yujiro, they bullied him for a while. Well, in his mind, they bullied him because they kept wanting to sniff his little butt. But after they knew enough about what his butt smelled like to stop caring, he was like their little shadow. All three of them would be trotting around the house together, getting into trouble. If they were outside, he'd want to be outside. If they were fetching, he'd want to fetch. You know, so it's not like he doesn't, he knows now how to get along with other animals. It's just the meeting process that he finds to be really distressing for whatever reason. Never snaps though. That's the problem, right? That's where I think he snaps. Like he'll go like he's gonna bite you, but here's I used to work with aggressive dogs, and here's what I do. A dog dinosaur's size could do significant damage to me if he got aggressive. He's got teeth, right? And so, but I've been dog bit before. I know how to care for it. I know how to go down to the urgent care and make sure everything's okay. I know he's not rabid. He's vaccinated, right? And this is since he was a little puppy, right? He's had this same thing where he'll go to like, you push him out of the way and he goes to nip you, right? He just doesn't know how to nip because I soft mouth trained him, right? He was so mouth oriented when he was a puppy. He wanted to chew everything. He wanted to bite all the time. That's puppy stuff. Their little teeth. That's what they do with each other. And I did that with them. But I realized like he's going to keep doing this. And do I want to keep playing with him or not? And the answer was I do. So I soft mouth trained him. I started doing the whimper training, right? Where you let the little puppy do what he wants, bite on you. And when he bites too hard, you go, and the puppy will go like, and then maybe they'll go back to doing it. And they'll start mouthing on you a little bit, and then they'll bite, and you go, I'm not shitting you. Dogs will go like, because that's how puppies let each other know that the play got too rough. And so I did that with him until it didn't make sense to do it anymore because he didn't need it. So now here's what he does now. So if he gets like angry because I'm pushing his little butt off of something and he's comfortable, he'll go like, and when his muzzle makes contact with me, it's just like, I've let him do it. I've been like, all right, I got to get to the bottom of this. So I'll risk a bite. So I move him around when he's grumpy. He went and like, he does exactly what I taught him to do as a puppy. He's like, "Rah!" And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So whatever. He's not around kids. That would be a worry for me. Like him unsupervised around kids or whatever. One of them might pull his tail or something and he might go like, and scare them. And then I'm got that on me, but I'm not worried about him biting anybody. He doesn't know how. He's defenseless, basically, because he's like... Hundy, are you defenseless? Pretty much, huh? He's like, dog has spirit in him. Oh, yeah. But he knows who fucking He knows who the hand that feeds is. Just how deep do you believe? Yeah, the natural human inclination when a dog goes is to pull your hand back, and dogs will learn that, right? And so when Dino started doing that in his, as a more adult dog, he was probably an adolescent, started doing that shit, and I was like, I'm gonna find out what kind of business he's got. So I went in there, and instead of pulling my hand back, I put it in his face, and he was like, and I was like, that's what I thought. Nothing. And I'll still do it to him. Like, if he's being that way, I'll put my hand right in his face, and I'll be like, bite it. Do it. I dare you. I dare you to bite me, bro. He's like, he'll grumble and get up. And I'm like, all right, shut up. All bark, no bite. Literally. That's Dino to a T. He trusts you. Well, there's a thin line between trust and fear. I'm not abusive to him. I never have been. But I know he gets disciplined. You know? Dino is very reactive to scolding. He knows when he's been bad. He knows when he's been good. He knows what's right and what's wrong. And I'm the disciplinarian in the house. My voice matters more than anybody else's because I'm the one that trained him. I'm the one that worked with him. And I'm the person he's known longest in his life. So, it's going to be me or nobody. He looks at you as the alpha. Can you blame him? He ain't the only one. I'm kidding, dude. Dinor's an upstanding citizen. He is. He's a good boy. He's 99.9% good boy, 1% occasional bad boy. Occasionally, he decides he wants to break the rules. The biggest trouble Dinor's gotten in? He's done some capers, man. There was one time TJ ordered a big giant, it was two. Yeah, there's some Mexican place. TJ ordered 2 burritos. They were like this size, not Chipotle size burritos, but 2 of them from this Mexican joint that he liked. Got it out of the Mexican thing, he put it on a plate, and he set the plate on the coffee table, and he was like, you know what would be nice before this meal? A smoke. So he let the dogs out, or so he thought, and had a smoke, came back in, and the cupboard was bare, baby. Both burritos. I mean, so he wasn't in much trouble. I mean, what do you expect a dog to do? But that was a caper. I'll be really candid with you guys. I was having a really bad panic attack one day, and it got bad, and it got worse, right? And I told Amelia, she had just ordered herself something because I wasn't eating. She was hungry, so she ordered herself a Big Mac and some fries. And I told her, I think I need to go to the hospital. And she was like, oh, okay. And so the delivery comes as I'm getting my shoes on and shit. Delivery comes, she sets it on the table, not thinking about the delivery anymore, right? Thinking about me, gets me to the hospital, sits with me for a while, right? And then, it was COVID time, so she couldn't go all the way into the waiting room with me because they weren't allowing family members in the waiting room at that time. And so, she stayed outside with me. You sure you want to check in? I was like, yes, I do. I don't feel right, blah, blah, blah. And then she went back. She was probably with me an hour before I went in, and came back and then remembered, oh shit, I've got McDonald's. It'll be cold, but at least I got something. Went in the living room. The bag was torn open. The fries were gone. Gone. He didn't touch the burger. To his credit, I'll give him props on that. He's innocent. You know what? Don't carry the water. Did TJ rage or laugh? Both. He raged at first. What the fuck? My burritos! Dino, what did you do? And then he told everybody the story. We all busted up, bawling, laughing, and he started laughing. So that's basically, he did both. He raged and then he laughed. Yeah, can you guys order McDonald's every time you're going to leave me here for an hour or two? That'd be nice. That was so delicious. Thank you for that. I don't like the burger, though. You can have that. The burger was still wrapped up in its little, cardboard package or whatever. So Amelia, threw it in the microwave and went at that. Cricket framed him. He would have eaten the burger. Here's the thing about Cricket, man. I've seen Cricket. Cricket eats like a little bird, man. He likes Cricket. One of Cricket's favorite thing is when Amelia's making spaghetti. He will get, he'll be up against her legs, and she will take one piece of uncooked spaghetti and throw it down there, and he's like a little rat. So I don't think Cricket woofed down a whole regular fry from McDonald's. Woofed. And woofed his way into that bag. It was all slobbery. Cricket isn't a slobbery guy. So I'm just saying. If it was Cricket, he's more sophisticated than anyone knows. Oh no, I mean, mad respect to Dinor, because that was gonna fill up TJ. That was a TJ meal. That was like a TJ cheat meal. It was just two big old beefy, cheesy, Mexican place burritos. Chimichangas or something, right? Dinor. Done. One cigarette is all it took. Yeah, Cricket would have knocked it off the table. Cricket would have nibbled his way into that burger. There were no signs of Cricket malfeasance at all. I mean, I looked at the crime scene, right? Amelia took a picture of it, showed me later. And the crime scene is pretty explicit. Slobbery bag, check. Disheveled napkins, check. No fries at the bottom of the bag, check. Not a single speck of salt left on anything that the fries touched, check. Like it had been licked clean, check. Not a fry left, check. If the glove fits, you cannot acquit. Cats typically sit on my food if I leave it on the table. Yeah, Cricket is like, sometimes we'll be eating, we'll have some food on the coffee table and we're eating a burger or whatever. Cricket will jump up there, but it's not to eat the food. He wants to, if we let him, he would be like, and knock it off the fucking plate. He's like, don't pay attention to that. Pay attention to me. Well, I tell you what, the court is at your disposals, is all I will say, because I will not retract the truth. I have told nothing but the truth here today. The picture still exists. The evidence still exists. And if subpoenaed, I will provide it to the court. Do cats even really go for human food like that? I mean, they'll do it. They'll definitely do it. But it's not like they're not going to eat a whole thing of fries. Like that thing of fries for Cricket would have been like half his body weight in potato. Cats don't even like vegetables and shit. They don't care about salty or fried or any of that. Dogs do. Dogs love that shit. Cats, they'll nibble at it. You know, if we left Cricket there for like 3 days with no food, he eventually would probably chew his way in that bag and nibble at some stuff. But it would be very obvious who done it. This was less than an hour, probably like 45 minutes, 50 minutes. She was gone, dropping me off at the emergency room. Cricket didn't even have time. His little mouth isn't big enough to eat a whole fry from McDonald's, the regular one. His whole little mouth, if he worked, he would have got like maybe 3-4 fries down in that time, if he even got through the bag. Right? Like Cricket's a slow, he takes time. Dinosaur's a smash and grab. Dinosaur's a thief in the night. Turn your back on him for 1 second and your whole plate is clean. All right? He's a smash and grab. He's that dude that busts up in the Apple store and just starts ripping phones off of fucking displays and then runs out, right? With the mask. I mean, you could call the cops, but what are you going to tell him? A dude that looks like every other dude on the street ran up in here and stole a bunch of phones and left. Here's the tape. You know, I don't know. Well, my lawyer, Jacob Rosenthal, scion of Rosenthal and Rosenthal, is awaiting contact from your lawyer and eagerly waiting contact. Chicky Bobicki. My cat eats everything. There are some fat cats. That's chickens. Chickens are a little unhappy, I think. Chickens are being a little irascible today. I think I'm done. Thank you guys for chilling with me. Make sure you catch, at the very least, the first hour of the mega show tonight, because the mega show is tonight. Patrons and members only. Mega show. 6 hours of carnage. Who is the biggest douchebag of all? Andy Dick, Steven Seagal,